to Kakaaki Social, Onoshiorena Obozeghie. Now, amid concerns and rumor that fuel price would further increase, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has cleared the air, assuring Nigerians that there would be no increase in pump price. The potential increase was expected to be from the current 670 naira per litre to between 720 and 750 naira per litre in the coming weeks. But in a chat with State House correspondent on Tuesday, the special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, said no plans by the Tinubu administration to do so.
Mr. President wishes to assure Nigerians, following the announcement by the NNPC Limited just yesterday, that there will be no increase in the pump price of petroleum motor spirit anywhere in the country. We repeat, the President affirms that there will be no increase in the pump price of petroleum motor spirit.
All right, let's have some reactions to this now. Whole Olani says, thought they said na market forces they decide, or is Tinubu the market forces? Now, this is in reaction to NNPC that says they don't have control over the markets, and marketers, independent marketers as well, should not depend on them or determine their prices based on what they decide, because they don't regulate and everything is based on market forces. And David Chris says they talk like you get hand to inflate price on fuel price. Nigeria's economy is going down. Dollar price directly or indirectly has an upper authority to determine fuel prices. APC destroyed Nigeria. That's all we know. Well, Mazi Chimde says Tinubu is now market forces, Abi. You cannot tell marketers that source FX from the parallel black market to sell at a loss, or how do you intend to keep prices at what obtains currently when they bought for less? Wait until we run out of this consignment and then we would see. And also in reaction to that, Daniel says it's good news. Let the poor breathe. Bringing back the words of Mr. President right there. And then on the order to remove all billboards that have all eyes on the judiciary by the Archon, the dissolution of its advertising standards, and the suspension of 2 senior officers for allowing the billboards fly, Atiku Abubakar is saying that the action buttresses President Tinubu's authoritarianism and assault on freedom of speech, adding that you can remove billboards with the inscription. However, you cannot remove all eyes on the judiciary in literal sense. Now, he was speaking through his special assistant on public communications in the 2023 election, Frank Shaibu, and part of the statement reads that Tinubu has once again has dictatorial tendency on public display. How has a simple message that says all eyes are on the judiciary suddenly become offensive? This is a clear case of abuse of office and reinforces the argument that court cases ought to be concluded before inauguration so that the beneficiaries of fraudulent election would not be able to manipulate the system in their favor. Chibuza says, I sincerely love Atiku and the politics he is playing in this dispensation. If it's because Tinubu is not a northerner, I can't say, but I love it nonetheless. Taiwo says, it's cheap and reckless blackmail of the judiciary. We have never seen anything like that before. Temidayo, he says, all eyes on judiciary is a threat, but most of you hypocrites were pushed to do all sort of rubbish against a sitting president in 2014 by APC, all in the name of change. Did Jonathan order for anyone's arrest or prosecute anyone? It's sad, man, attaching all of this picture, even the one that they had to, bury him alive. He was there alive, but they had corpses of him flying everywhere because they said he was not changing the change. And therefore, Chispis, it says the removal of the billboard just made the message more popular. Who they advise this man? Let's move away from that and come to Abuja now, between Abuja and Rivers State, to say that the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, who is a minister soon, I mean, all things being equal, was on Tuesday at the residence of the new national chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Ganduje. We hear that the visit is to congratulate Ganduje on his emergence as the party's chair. However, there are claims in some quarters, on the social media particularly, that Wike, who is of the PDP, is planning to join the ruling party. On social media, netizens have based their argument on Wike's defection on the speech his successor made at his handing over ceremony, that Sim Fubara, where he said, "If you do cross over to the other side, please, Mr. Ex-Governor, do not lock your door against us." Now, the other side is now being interpreted as joining the APC. That video you'll find on the internet. So this user, in reaction to that, said, "Politicians, PDP seems not to have the balls to suspend Wike. He's been driving them local." Onile Gogoro says he's getting ready to join APC and have his own cancer stage 4, if you remember. And then Uchechi says, "No, Wike is just a politician. I don't know what people really expect from him." For this user, he says Nyesom Wike isn't a shameless politician, as many claim, rather a strategic one. He might be dirty in his ways, but he played his game well to be able to get himself this far working for an opposition party. And then let's go back to 3 years ago in Edo State, where Nyesom Wike was reacting to Ganduje's claim that he should be isolated. He was campaigning for the sitting governor for his re-election in Edo State. And let's have this video and come back for more stories.
Yesterday, I was told, and today I read on pages of newspaper, that one governor, this is the governor of Kano State, Aso, he said is Ganduje. He said he was going to isolate me until the election is over. That tells you, if Nigeria is supposed to be a country, who is supposed to be isolated? Who is supposed to be isolated? A man who pockets dollar in Bavaria from contractors is not isolated, and you say me will be isolated. Why they made Ganduje the chairman of the campaign council is because of the dollar they saw. It's because of the dollar. But what they don't understand, that we, from the Niger Delta, will chop the dollar and will chop him into coma.
Okay, let's see whether behind is actually now going to be behind or something. Let's see. And finally, the Leadership newspaper is reporting that ex-Niger Delta militant leaders, all of them, visiting the presidential villa has been banned. The paper says their source in the presidency told them that the decision was reached when or with Asari Dokubo's outings after his visit to the president. That was June 16 or 19 this year. And from labeling the Navy and military leaders of oil bunkering to brandishing his gun AK-47 against a region of the country to drawing the battle line between himself and his state governor, Sim Fubara, all of those contributed to why they had to withdraw access to the villa, so that it doesn't continue to look like the president shares same opinion as him in all of this matter that have been going on. You know, he has making the news like back to back on the negative side, as netizens would say. But reacting to this speculated ban from villa, God created human tweeting at Prince_Asia says, "Don't celebrate. This has nothing to do with the country's economy. More so, they want to distance themselves from Asari, whom might have been given order to carry out some works. Keep your eyes on the case in Presidential Tribunal." Cardinal Station says, "Mere formality just for the optics. If they are serious, DSS or police would have arrested him long ago for displaying AK-47 and threatening private citizens." for David Joss. He says they will meet in a new location or via 8. Simple. Zele says a leader is one who not just listen to his people, but act in their regards as well. Tinubu has time without number proven to be a leader per excellence, because in the continuation of that report, it says that it's because of the public perception that there is one relationship or one ship somewhere that is sailing between Asari Dokubo and the president. But let me just mention that Ajuri Ngelale, that's the president's spokesperson, has said that he is not aware of this story. So, but the leadership newspaper says it is a trusted source, a high-profile source in the presidency that shared this news with them. So that's all on Kakaaki Social this morning. I'm Onoshorena Obozeghie. I'll see you again.